The following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media.
And what's going on, guys? Welcome again to the Backup podcast. Happy Thursday. As we're recording this, I'm Nate. That's Brian to my right here. Another sports-filled day, mostly dominated by March Madness. And for those of you who didn't do a bracket like myself, you're stupid. And I'm calling myself stupid because I forgot. Brian, did you do a bracket this year?
I did a bracket as soon as it was released.
Dang.
Like that night I had it done, and I've already had a bunch of bets placed. We're ready to go. I've been waiting for this all morning. I didn't sleep last night. I've been up since 6 a.m. I've been excited all day for this.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, man. Well, I mean, we found out the official 64 teams, right, yesterday.
Yesterday, because the first four were last night. All done. So let the games begin. All right, let's let these chaotic 4 days ensue of busted brackets, losing money, and just having a good time watching ball.
Indeed, man. I'm very excited.
Mm-hmm.
Not as big of a college basketball fan like a lot of people. But whenever March comes around, it's always exciting.
March is different. March, yeah.
Yeah.
College basketball is one of those sports where it's like such a regional game until March happens, and then everybody cares. Like
exactly.
It goes from like 0 people caring about it unless you live in like Duke or North Carolina or like near UConn, and then when tournament comes around, the country stops. Like production goes down because we gotta all watch these teams we didn't watch all season play each other. It's great. Exactly. I love it. It's my favorite thing to do.
Today you're going to be in charge of letting us know updates. There's 2 games going on right now. I think a few are starting at 1:30, I think, Eastern time.
So games started today at 12:15. We have Michigan State and Mississippi State currently at halftime. Michigan State beating up on Mississippi State. I think they're in commercial, and of course they're not showing me the score. Hang on, let me just close this for a second. It's 31-24 Michigan State at the half, and it's currently 17-10. Disquez over BYU at 10 minutes left in the first half.
Alrighty.
So pretty decent games going on right now. Definitely some stuff to keep you entertained.
Alrighty, sounds good. But
so don't do work today. Just do this.
If you're in school, screw your classes. Don't do any homework, no nothing. Just focus on the college basketball games today.
Yep.
So we'll keep you guys updated for this one. And for now, we will cover our other topics that we scheduled for today. We got a little mock draft, just the first round because we're not crazy and we don't know all 200 plus prospects, but we can do the first round for you, and that's what matters for today. And then we will dive into a little bit of some baseball, because a particular player and his interpreter is in trouble. We'll dive into that. And then. Yeah, so as we're doing that, we'll keep you guys updated with March Madness. And just make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Any questions or anything you want to say to us, just let us know. Because it's a free country. You can say whatever you want, and we can't stop you. So baseball started 2 days ago. For those of you who woke up at 5 or 6 in the morning Eastern time, good for you. For those of you who live in the West Coast like myself and didn't want to get up at 3 in the morning, I don't blame you, because I tried. I was going to. I was half an hour away from 3 a.m. Pacific time, and I knocked out.
Yeah, that kind of what happened to me. I got right on to 6 a.m. and I'm all right. I'm done.
It's like you're almost there, and it's like nope, going back to sleep.
Yeah, no, it felt 5:45. I'm like, I can't do this.
Hey, we tried. Hey, we can't say we didn't try.
Yeah, no, we can't say I didn't try, but I'll watch the highlights in class later.
Exactly.
That's what I did.
If you guys don't know, Padres and Dodgers did tie the series in South Korea, not North Korea, like we talked about last episode. Yamamoto, the Dodgers
struggled.
Ace, he
didn't look good.
Only 1 inning of ball, 4 or 5 runs. I think
winning 5
40
runs.
plus pitches.
Yeah, like one of the worst possible openings to a career, especially someone as hyped up as Yamamoto was. Like this is concerning, especially if it's in like there was concerns that he couldn't translate to the American game because you're pitching outdoors. There's all the different things. He's pitching in South Korea, which like I'm not exactly sure how similar South Korea is to Japan, but I would feel like those two games be more similar because of how close the countries are. And he was pitching in a dome too, which was like the biggest concern of Yamamoto is he was going to pitch in a dome, and we saw him in a dome struggle. So what's he going to do when he's pitching outside for the first time?
And there's no excuse because you just
No.
mentioned, right? He played in a dome. There's no wind involved. The weather isn't a factor. It's
Mm-hmm. It's
it's an
literally
enclosed space.
his pitching ability is what caused it. Because like a player, especially like in the summer, could like pitch 7 innings and give up 3 runs, but it was just 3 bad pitches where the wind caught the ball the right way and it went over the fence. You know.
Yeah, so he struggled a lot. I know there's still plenty of season left, obviously,
Yeah.
but at the same time, this first start, a lot of people are thinking, this is concerning, especially with the money they paid him to come to Los
Mm-hmm.
Angeles. Not looking good. But hey, just the first game of the year. It wasn't
Yeah.
in LA, if you want to use that as an excuse. But
We could, yeah, but
the fact that you put in a dome,
that's the only concerning thing. Like if this happened in Dodger Stadium, I would it's nothing. It happens.
mm-hmm. Well, then we'll see what happens with that. But the Padres, they won this morning. For those of you who watched it or did not watch it,
Your
Dodgers
change
won
of
the
game,
first game.
15-11.
That was offenses woke up.
Yeah, really.
They said if you want to see offense, we'll give you offense. And that's what they did in game 2. And then that's it for the series, right? They don't have any other games.
Yeah, no, so
going on.
we'll have to wait a week now for real baseball to start again.
All right. Well, in that case, baseball will take a little hiatus. There's still spring training going on, obviously, but opening day is next week. Very excited for that. For Brian's Mets and my Phillies and my Oakland Athletics. We'll go from there. And then, we mentioned baseball because, with all the Yamamoto stuff going on today and everything, there was another headline that came out today, which was Shohei Ohtani and his interpreter. Apparently,
Yeah.
there is a betting scheme that was illegal.
Yeah,
Very
not great.
nice.
Not a good look.
What do you think of it? Do you feel like it's a bit questionable? Because it's just, these guys are best friends and everything, and then all of a
I think it's
sudden,
questionable, especially when you look at Otani's contract, where like he makes $700 million, but he's only going to make $2 million for the next couple of years. Sure. At the end of the contract, there's $600 million waiting for you, so it's a little different. But you don't think it's easier to push off that money if you knew like there was some other form of income coming in? I don't want to say Otani is guilty of it. I'm just saying it's just worth a look. Just do a quick check, so in case this becomes a huge scandal, you're not sitting there like, oh crap, this happened. Like you don't want a steroids scandal 2.0, and that's what this would be. Now and get it, catch it now, nip in the butt now, and just be done with it.
There you go. Yeah, I think for me it was just there's video of them talking and normally with each other in the dugout and everything seems fine and kumbaya, and then all of a sudden we hear about this and it's just like, I don't know. I've been seeing things like, oh, the interpreter is the fall guy, or it's either he's a fall guy, Otani's acting really part of it, or Ohtani really didn't know what was going on. For those of you who
but still, like, I feel like if you spend so much time with somebody, you have and I know like everyone is different. Some people are more closed off than other people, but I feel like for the amount of time they've spent together, like you have to know something was up.
Yeah.
I feel like there'd be like I know like with my roommates, like I can tell when something's up. I've just hung out with them enough. I can pick up on things with them. I feel like the same would be with Ohtani and his interpreter, but just clearly not.
Yeah. So as of right now, the interpreter, I keep calling him the interpreter because I'm not going to say his real name. I don't know how to pronounce it.
No offense. Great guy besides the gambling stuff. I don't
Yeah.
like to butcher the
We're not
name.
gonna,
So
not even gonna try.
Nope.
But as of right now, he is fired. He was fired from the Dodgers as of yesterday, and we will see how it plays out. This is still fresh, so we will, keep an eye on it, and then in our next episode, update you guys on how that goes. But other than that, that's kind of it for baseball.
Yeah, not much going on.
Not much going on. So next week, I'm so excited. I don't know. Baseball's just different.
Signing Blake Snell, that was pretty big.
That's right. Snell went to San Francisco.
Yes, 2 years. How much was? I forgot how much he made. I think it was like $60 million over 2 years.
I think he has an opt out. I believe for.
There's probably an opt out in there.
Yeah. I think next year's is
here.
opt
Yeah,
out.
here it is. So, Snell will make $15 million in 2024. There is an opt out. If he does not opt out, he will make $30 million in 2025.
And opt outs, it's up to the player, right?
It's a player. It's a player's opt out. Yes.
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't opt out at
Snell
San Francisco.
will be ready for opening day. He will not be ready. Snell will not be ready for opening day. Miss time in the minors. He'll be basically he's going to do spring. He's doing spring training now. Is what he's doing. He'll probably miss a couple weeks. He's not hurt or anything. He just needs to warm up again. He hasn't had that structure, and now he's finally going to get it. So he'll spend some time with the Giants, like extended spring training squad, and when that ends, he'll come up. Late April-ish is when I would expect to see Snell. So nothing to be concerned about. Just guys got to warm up.
I have him on my fantasy team, so that's the only thing I'm concerned about. So, yay!
I'm gonna set him for a little while.
If I remember correctly, there's other free agent pitchers still out there, right?
Yeah, there's Jordan Montgomery still out there. The Yankees talked to him this morning. I don't know where that's going. And there's a bunch of mid starters out there, mid rotation guys that are nice, but are going to be nothing more than depth pieces.
Yeah, it's just that you made a great point in mentioning how Snell has to. This is basically like you just mentioned his spring training. So I'm afraid that, for example, if my Phillies were to sign Montgomery, he wouldn't be ready.
He probably won't be ready either. A lot of guys won't be. There's even some free agent hitters who probably won't be ready for spring training. They'll probably have to go for a week in the minors to warm up and stuff, just to get used to it again.
Do you feel like spring training is too long?
No.
No, it's the right. Spring training is what?
Spring training is roughly a month.
Okay.
Roughly a month. So from that aspect, it is a little long. From a fan's perspective, it's long. After you get the buzz the first week, oh cool, spring training's back. You watch all the games. Then probably a week and a half, 2 weeks into spring training, you're kind of just checking the box score at that point. You're not really invested like you were a few weeks ago. You're all right, just give it opening day. From a player's perspective, and being able to get ready for the grind of 162 games, kind of getting back in their motion, going through hot and cold streaks, I think a month is perfect for that. Because you kind of will kind of feel an MLB season in a short period of time and then be able to adjust to the actual season. Work out any kinks in your game now so you'll be ready for spring training, for opening day.
There you go. Yeah, I was mostly talking from a fan's perspective. That's where the opinion. Yeah. Well, yeah, look, I'm not playing the game, so I shouldn't be complaining. It's up to the players to determine if spring training is long, or it's up to them or what they think. Because what do they care about a 23-year-old guy and what he thinks about spring training? So, but I don't know. I'm just so excited. I know football. That's the one sport I get the most excited about when the first game or even the first preseason game is here. NBA, not so much, but baseball, it's just a different vibe. It's
baseball's there's two things about baseball. One, it's the weather. What baseball is a sign that spring's coming, summer's almost here, the weather's getting nicer. That's the first sign of baseball. And baseball is also a friend. With football, it's every week. Yeah. Basketball and hockey, it's every other day. Baseball it's every single day. You know,
Yeah.
at 7 o'clock, you can sit on your couch and you know that the Mets are going to be on, or the Phillies or the A's are going to be on. Baseball never leaves you. So it's almost like it comforts you in a way other sports don't. You build a connection, like you're almost a part of it in a different way because you spend so much time with them.
Mm-hmm. And there's literally nothing better than going to a game. I mean, I
No,
know
nothing at all.
you've gone to Citi Field a few times, if I remember correctly, right?
I've lost count of the amount of times I've been to Citi Field.
I would say the same for myself when it comes to the Coliseum. But it's just, you scan your ticket, you go in. I mean, well, let's start with you first.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be at Citi Field?
It's like Disney World for me. Like I just have loved the Mets my entire life. Like the Mets have been like my number one since I was 5 years old. So for every time I get, it's just like that feeling, just pure, just joy of like I just love this team. Like it's like going to Disney. It's just going to Disney World. It's how you feel going to Disney World. It's how I feel walking to Citi Field.
Oh, well, yeah. I would say for me, it's the reason why the Coliseum means so much to me. I would say is because in the past I never really got to go to any sporting events. It's just because of how expensive it was and have money to do so. But once I think a couple years ago, was able to go to my first NBA game and SF at the Chase Center with the Warriors. And then eventually a few months after when, or not a few months after, I would say maybe 5 or 6 months into the year, I was invited to go to my first A's game. So I went, and obviously I was like, I'm not an A's fan. Well, at first I wasn't. And then I got in my seat, I was watching, I was like, oh, this is a vibe. Like, it's just like, the weather was nice. You had the vendors, going up and down the steps, if you want hot dogs or a beer or something.
Hot dogs, yeah, beer.
The smell, the food, it's just everything. But of course the Coliseum is old and everything, but
these are updating, yeah, but
yeah,
badly.
I wish they would stay in Oakland, but that's just I wish, but it's just I don't know. It's just everything about baseball, especially in the summertime when like it's sunny out and for us over here, don't have to worry about rain or anything. During the summer months, but I don't know. I'm just super excited. I know the A's are gonna probably suck this year, which is okay. But at the same time, you never know. You just never. You can't be worse than last year.
No, exactly. Baseball, you never know. It's 162 games. Teams get hot and teams get cold.
Exactly.
Look at the San Francisco Giants a few years ago, 2021. People thought they win 80 games at best. They won 109. Like, happens.
They shocked the world. I'm not saying that the A's are going to do so, but
I'm not saying so either because the A's roster is a lot worse than that Giants roster. But point stays.
They shocked the world, baby. They can shock the world, and like all A's fans can do is one, maybe hope that they somehow stay in Oakland. Maybe it's still a possibility considering Vegas. There's nothing being done right now in terms of the Vegas situation.
There's there was an issue or something. There's a snag they ran into.
Yeah,
like some political thing. They're like battling it out right now. It's something happened and it's not looking great. So this might be. It's probably very dim. But if the A's could somehow get a new owner that wants to stay in Oakland, the A's could. I would say there's a 2% chance the A's stay in Oakland right now. Like it's probably going to be worked out in Vegas, but there is a very Doctor Strange, like this is a one, scenario where we win type thing.
I love the Avengers Endgame. That movie was
It's a great movie.
The ending was bad. They just had to let him die.
Yeah,
that's my guy. But wait, who's your favorite Marvel superhero? Do you have one or no?
I don't know. It changes. So I'm Captain America, I guess, or Iron Man.
I'm gonna go with the recent Black Panther. I don't know.
Good.
I watched the first one. I was hooked. I watched that so many times. Then unfortunately, Mr.
Yeah, that was a sad day. I remember when he died.
That was tough.
That came out of nowhere.
What?
When he died, like there was no.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh, whoa. Okay, he died.
There was no warning, and we found out that he was.
Like it's tragic and sad when anyone dies, but like when you have someone who's that young and like no seemingly healthy, no one knew he had cancer, and like shout out for him for like taking on this brave battle and still making mega movies and not telling a single person about it. Like shout out, like that doesn't happen these days.
He's a strong guy, man. I miss him. We were excited for Black Panther 2, for him to be in it and see what the storyline was going to be. Unfortunately, we didn't. They had to, change the whole thing, and it was a good movie nonetheless. But it's just not seeing him in there was.
Yeah, no, it's not. I always if people were critical of that movie, I'm like, you can't really be critical of that movie. They wrote that movie with Chadwick Boseman, and then they had to rewrite it quickly. Like they had a plan, and then it was like, you can't do that anymore. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, well, that's great. We got to
Like,
somehow
hallelujah.
shoehorn this into, yeah.
And they did a hell of a
They had a
job.
plan that Chadwick Boseman was probably gonna be like a main Avenger, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, that's
Yeah,
scrapped. Yeah,
and they did a hell of a job.
they did their best.
Yeah, they did the best, and can't complain. That's probably the end of that series. I can't see them making the third one, but
Probably not.
they shocked us once. They could shock us again.
They could, we never know with Marvel. Marvel's in such a weird place right now that they might just run back a classic.
Yeah, these days it's not the best Marvel movies out
Someone
there.
needs to study Marvel needs to be studied how in the span of 5 years they went from like running entertainment to like almost like a laughing stock. Like how does a drop in 5 years you go from the highest of highs to like low? Not the lowest of lows because I don't think they've hit that level yet, but they're declining and like I don't really think there's a lot of hope with Marvel fans that it's going to turn around.
Sounds like Victor Cruz with the Giants.
Pretty much, yeah. Victor Cruz with the Giants, the highest of highs, and just collapses.
All of a sudden. But yeah, we'll see what happens. It's just I think the most recent one was the Marvels, right? With the three.
Sure.
No, sure.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Sure. Anyway,
I didn't want to.
I love how we went off topic. So we went from baseball to superheroes, and then it's just
yeah, we're off the rails.
How's March Madness so far? What's our update?
It's still halftime. BYU's bench is insane. They dropped 15 points, but the BYU is still down 28-21 with 4 minutes left in the first half.
Let us know. Let's see. Mr. Wilson, Kevin Wilson says Marvel has been dying a slow death. Yeah,
exactly. Yep.
And it sucks because, and you can't really blame him. And it was called End Game for a reason.
End.
Yeah, that's the end. And it's like, the script writers they're trying. It's just tough to. The attention that you want from fans isn't there anymore. And
yeah, no,
you can't really blame them. There's just nothing.
Yeah,
nothing else to.
You've lost the casual audience. I feel like Marvel had a very strong casual audience, which is gone now. Now, like only like the true Marvel fans remain.
Yeah, like the ones.
And it's up to them to see. It's up to them to see if they can get it back. But
yeah, I mean the true fans. Like the
I
ones
don't know
that,
much about
read the
movies,
comics.
so they can figure it out. I know when movie's good. I know when one's bad. That's about it.
I mean the true fans like the ones that read the comics and all those superheroes and everything, all the details. But for people like like me and you, right? Like we don't
entertained.
Yeah, and like you just mentioned, it was entertaining for a good period of time, and all of a sudden it just
action. They had comedy. Like what wasn't to like about it? It was just
everything. It was there. But
yeah.
Now we're getting movies that we've never heard of. Not just Marvel. I'm not saying Marvel, but like movies like.
Just in general, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I'm excited for the new Mario movie, but that's like 2 years from now. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Scary. Look forward to that one.
I was watching. I love how we're not talking. This is fun. We're not talking sports, and it's for some reason it's a lot more fun right now. I was watching 21 Bridges with Chadwick Boseman that we just talked about him on Netflix, and I was looking through Netflix and I was like, there's no movies that are good out there to watch. It's just, I mean, yeah, the theaters is a different story, but like I don't want to. I just go into the theater right now.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Yeah, stay home and find it on the legal website. No, I'm just playing.
Exactly.
You two don't ban me. I'm just playing.
Me joke.
I pay for my services.
Exactly. I'm definitely paying for the service for March Madness, which is 100% true. I am paying for it.
Kevin says this is calling from entertainment. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
They're just trying their best, and their effort, it's good to see, but in terms of the fan perspective, not doing a good job. Are you watching? Where are you watching the games on?
Oh, the March Madness website.
The official one?
Yeah, the official one.
Oh, you have the TV service?
Yeah, I have Hulu Live.
I had YouTube TV for like 3 weeks, and I
had YouTube
realized I had to pay
TV,
$70, bro, a month.
yeah, it's
I'm
not
like,
worth it.
yeah, no thanks.
No.
We're not
I
gonna
literally
pay
use Hulu
$70.
for live for sport. Like, it's really only live sports you need cable for right now. If they ever,
Especially
if
now,
they ever,
yeah.
if they ever figured out a way that they could like stream sports, I would not have any cable access whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, like we just mentioned with the movies, right? Back in the days, it used to be everything was on cable, movies, and yeah. I mean, Netflix still existed, but it was not as big as it is today. Now you have the
Yeah.
Netflix, but Hulu and Disney Plus and everything, and it's
Yeah.
ESPN Plus, which is really stupid. I hate that now.
I actually like ESPN Plus. I just like how like you get random games on it.
I just don't like
Like it
paying
just
for shit. Not that
no,
I'm
I
cheap, but
get that. I get that, and like maybe because like it's in the bundle that makes it easier for me to stomach. But like I just like being able to like, turn ESPN Plus on and know like, all right, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but there's some random college game on I can watch.
like what's the March Madness game? Dunsqueen and BYU.
Yeah, Dunsqueen and BYU. I've never even heard of. I mean, I've heard of it because they've been in the tournament before, and like if you watch March Madness, you definitely know this team. I just can't pronounce their name right now.
Kevin says BYU is from my home state. They need to get together and fit. Yeah, because they're losing
They
right
might
now.
need
If
to
I'm
throw
not
that bench
mistaken.
back out there. That bench had 15 points and was dominating.
That's sad when your bench is going off and the starters can't do crap. That's when you know something's going on.
Yeah, no, it's 33-21 right now. Largest lead of the day for Dunsqueen.
Dunsqueen's the lower seed, if I'm not mistaken.
BYU has not made a field goal since the 7:25 mark. There is 2 minutes left in the first half.
Hey,
They just knocked one down.
Speaking of not making field goals, you hear about Virginia like 2 days ago?
Yes, when they went like 54 minutes without scoring anything. Yeah, that was something.
Bro. I'm
54
sorry.
minutes without scoring, you don't deserve to be in March Madness. The coach should just pull. If I was the coach, I would just pull the guys off. But like, we don't need to play the second half. We don't deserve it. Have fun.
Teams that were the first four out be like, they got in, but we didn't. We could score a point or two.
St. John's, it must be screaming right now.
Virginia, bro. Weren't they the same school that threw the game away last year against Fulham?
I think so, yeah.
Oh my god. Because it was Kevin Harlan. I was seeing him on YouTube the other day, and he made the call in that game. Do we know where Dunsqueen is? Okay, don't look it up. Okay, Dunsqueen. It sounds like okay. Hold up. I'm not saying it's in Illinois, but I really don't know where it is. What do you think Dunsqueen is?
I'm gonna say Missouri.
You know what's crazy? It's in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, not even
Not even close.
School.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We were so off. Holy crap.
That was bad. Oh, this is a Midwest school. Oh, it's not?
It's like, oh, okay. All right. Well, I guess I love how we went off topic, which is perfectly fine, to be honest.
Yeah, we're off the rails.
We'll just knock out this damn mock draft because
just get the mock draft. That's what people are here for.
I love, man. We should have just kept this a March Madness and Marvel movie TV type shit today, but unfortunately, we made a promise to the public. So, as of the 21 people watching, thank you for sticking with us through our Marvel and college basketball and not knowing where the fuck the Queen is. Excuse my language. All right, let's do this damn mock draft. 32 teams in the NFL. Blah blah blah. Y'all know the drill. They are here, or they're about to make picks, or about to bring college players in that will change their franchise forever. And if they don't make the right pick, they're screwed. Especially if you're the Giants. You better, Joe Shane. I know you're not watching
this one, Joe Shane.
You better get this right. I swear, do not reach for JJ McCarthy or Bo
No,
Nix.
I don't. Yeah, I'm hoping this JJ McCarthy stuff is smokescreen. But the more and more I read about it, the more and more scared I get. I'm like, I think they might have genuine interest here.
They better not.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you right
I
now.
agree with you. I want nothing to do with JJ McCarthy. I'm just the way I'm reading it, the way it's being reported. I don't like it. I don't like the way they're talking about this.
All right. Just to make sure you can see my screen, right, with the mock draft.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, I was making sure because earlier I was testing. I was like, I don't know if people can see the screen, but if you can see it, that's what matters. Since we'll be talking about it anyways. Plus, for those of you listening on Spotify,
out who they are. So, but we'll be talking, so it doesn't matter.
True. And for the people who are listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, just bear with us. Cool. Yeah. All right, let's knock this through. Chicago Bears, number 1 overall pick. Justin Fields is gone, and there's no way in hell that you're gonna play Tyson Bagent. Do you like odd numbers or even numbers, by the way, before we start?
I'll do even.
All right. So I got the odd picks, you got the even picks.
Yep.
This is easy then. First pick for Chicago Bears. By the way, this would be one of 2 or 3 mock drafts we'll do before the draft. Chicago Bears will go with Caleb Williams. They need a quarterback, and you have 2 picks in the first round. So Caleb Williams, let's go. You're up.
All right, so Commanders. I'm gonna go Jaden Daniels. I think he's the second best quarterback on the board with Sam Howell out. Daniels is definitely the guy in Washington.
All right. Let's see. Number 3, Patriots. Just like the first 2 teams, they don't have a quarterback except Bailey Zappi. Easy. Drake May. They get the best quarterback out of the bunch that's left. Cool.
Yeah.
Number 4, Arizona.
So what are the Arizona's position needs again?
Wide receiver, guard, center, D-line, and a corner.
They're taking Marvin Harrison here then.
Marvin Harrison. Easy money. Best wide out in the draft?
Yes, without question.
I love it. Chargers. They need a lot of...
Chargers need everything.
They need everything. They really do. By the way, no trades in this one because it's too complicated. We don't got time for no trades. We're just going because who cares? All right, I'm gonna go with Malik Neighbors. I was thinking about it right now. Yeah, Malik Neighbors will be the pick. They need a wideout, and Neighbors is fast as hell. And without Keenan Allen and Mike
they need
Williams,
a receiver. They need some receiver.
They could go Brock Bowers. But they need a wideout because I don't want to go into next year with Quentin Johnston and Joshua Palmer as my number 1s and 2s. All righty, you're up. Giants at number 6.
So if I'm actually the Giants in this part, I would probably trade down with the Vikings. If we're being honest, I really, really want the Giants to trade out of this spot because I think you're not gonna get the quarterback. Get as many picks as you can and build the roster out, and then go get the quarterback next year. But I will stay here. Who's the Washington receiver? Roman
Odunze.
Yes, that's our guy. That's the Giants guy. If the Giants are going to say it's 6, and that's the way the mock draft plays out, that's what the Giants will take at 6.
Like we just mentioned, I swear to God, don't get JJ McCarthy.
Don't take JJ McCarthy, but
unless you trade down. And you have 2 first-round picks with the Vikings. Then you get Oh, no, because the Vikings will get McCarthy.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. 7, Tennessee. They need an offensive lineman badly. He's been mocked to them so many times, it's not even funny. Joe Alt, your favorite, Brian, from Notre Dame.
My favorite.
Best lineman in the game, or in the draft, I should say. He goes 7 to Tennessee, who released Andre Dillard this offseason, I should say. Number 8, Atlanta. They need a D lineman and a corner.
So who is on the board right now? They got. I take the corner from Iowa. I can't really see his name right there.
Cooper DeJean.
Yep, that's Cooper DeJean. Yep. I think Atlanta's offense is set, ready to go. It's time to focus on that defense to really make your claim as best team in the NFC South even more concrete. Amen,
brother. DeJean is the only white corner in the draft, I think. Just kidding. No, he's not the only one, but he's the only good one. So number 9, Chicago is a second first-round pick, second in the top 10. As we all know, because they traded for or they received Carolina's first-round pick this year from last year's draft when Carolina traded up to number 1 to get Bryce Young. So good on Chicago and on the front office. They addressed offense already with Caleb Williams, and they have a lot of weapons on offense, so they will address defense. I'm gonna go with Byron Murphy II, the D lineman from Texas. He's a big guy, 91.1 Pro Football Focus grade. He goes to the Bears to beef up that D line. As we go to number 10, the Jets. Who do we got? They need a wide receiver no, not really.
Not really. So what are their needs? The needs are, I'm going to guess, an offensive lineman and wide receiver, which they filled this week.
Mm-hmm. Right now it's D-line and safety. Brock Bowers is still there if you want the Jets to take him. But
hang on 1 second.
You got it.
I'm going to try to think, because the Jets here are interesting because they can go fill out one of their positions, or they can just draft the guy available. And I think that's what the Jets are going to go here. Give them Brock Bowers, give them Aaron Rodgers, another weapon to throw to.
They're going to be set. Man, that's just offense.
Barring injury. It is the New York Jets. It is the New York Jets.
They'll shock you. The Jets, they'll shock you. But
the Jets will find a way to lose. It's amazing.
No matter what, they somehow, some way, somehow they will. They're gonna, screw things up. Let's see. Number 11, Minnesota. They need a quarterback, tight end, guard, center, D lineman. They don't have any. They have another pick at pick 23. I mean, he's there.
He's there. I think they would take him in this situation.
We'll go with that. I'm gonna go JJ McCarthy to the Vikings. He's there. Might as well take him. And Denver at number 12. They need a quarterback. Now I think about it, they do need a quarterback. And they need a wide receiver because Judy's gone. They need a center, an edge rusher, and a corner.
So who's on the board Denver right now? So I can just give me the top. Oh, who's on the?
Go ahead. Right? Let's see. Quinion Mitchell, the corner from Toledo. Dezon Newton for the D-line from Illinois. Couple tackles. Fuaga and Fortanu. Nate Wiggins.
So you said that Denver needs a lineman, right?
They need a center. Yes.
Okay. Scroll back up for a second, please.
Yeah, I gotcha. Probably.
I'm thinking what's the Illinois guy? Is he a safety?
The Mitchell guy? Or which one?
Sorry, it's very hard to see exactly.
No, you're good. I completely understand.
Yeah. Mitchell.
He's a corner. All right.
Yeah,
he's a corner.
Yep.
With the Surtain, right? Patrick Surtain.
Yep.
Perfect. Beautiful. Mitchell, one of the highest graded corners in college from Toledo, goes to the Denver Broncos, who will likely address quarterback maybe in the second round. Who knows? Yay. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
Raiders, they have a bunch of needs according to Pro Football Focus: quarterback, running back, all-line, D-line, linebacker, and corner. So I know offensive line was an issue. They brought in Gardner Minshew in free agency, so might as well add some protection for him. I'm going to go with one of the best linemen in the draft, Olumuyiwa Fashanu from Penn State. He will go to the Raiders. Number 14, the Saints need a quarterback, receiver, tackle, and a D lineman.
So we're going to go with the trend, keeping the trend of tackles. The kid from Oregon State, Talisi Fuaga. He will be the Saints pick at 14. Build that offensive line and try to see if they can get something out of Derek Carr.
We'll take it. The Colts at pick number 15. They need a receiver in the corner, like I just mentioned. Gonna go easy here. We're gonna go with the corner from Clemson, Nate Wiggins. He's very fast, as we saw at the combine. He did hurt himself during that 40-yard dash, but hey, the Colts need a speedy corner. You might as well get the fastest on the board, and that's Mr. Wiggins. Number 16, Seattle. Guard,
Seattle,
edge, linebacker, and safety.
Yes, so Seattle's in desperate need of an edge rusher. Give them Dallas Turner out of Alabama.
Ooh, I like it. Mr. Turner 81.6 Pro Football Focus grade. He's a first-round talent, and compared, let's go. He has good arm length and NFL level combination of explosiveness and bend, according to Pro Football Focus. Jacksonville is 17. They need a guard, center, edge, and a DB. Yeah, he's there for you. He's a guy that is pretty high on draft boards. In some mock drafts I've seen, Jared Verse, the edge rusher from Florida State, goes to Jacksonville to pair up with Travon Walker, who was the first overall pick not too long ago for Jacksonville. 18, Cincinnati need tight end, tackle, and a D lineman.
So what has been the one area of need for Cincinnati since Joe Burrow has gotten there? What's been the one thing everyone says the Bengals can be a really good team if they just address what?
Offensive line.
Exactly. They're finally going to address the offensive line. They'll be drafting Troy Fontanu out of Washington.
Beautiful. I like it. Fontanu, 75.1 Pro Football Focus grade last year. 6'4", 317, the junior. 23 years old. He's a true athlete. He can play center or guard if needed.
Yeah.
19, the Rams. They need a quarterback too. Not as big of a need, but it's one of their needs. Tackle, D-line, linebacker, and corner. They will go the corner position because their secondary, it sucks. Teron Arnold, welcome to the team, buddy, from Alabama. Terrion Arnold, I should say, an 88.4 Pro Football Focus grade. Not the most polished corner in the draft, but he's very athletic. And Sean McVay will love him on the Rams. 20 to the Steelers. Who do we got? They don't need. They says they need a quarterback.
They don't need a quarterback, but they did trade Deontay Johnson. I think they're going to get his replacement, Mr. Brian Thomas Jr. out of LSU. Give Russell Wilson or Justin Fields a nice young receiver to throw to.
I like it. Miami, 21. They need some O-linemen as well, a D-line and a tight end. Obviously, the best tight end is off the board. Might as well get you I think this is the pick. Jazon Newton, the D lineman from Illinois. He does have some limitations physically because of his size and whatnot, but he's quick with his footwork and whatnot. He had 8 sacks last year for Illinois, so I'm going to go with Newton. Not the sexiest pick in the draft, but hey, you address needs, you'll go get your needs. Miami goes with Newton. 22 for Philly. Who do we got?
So Philly, they need some help in their secondary. Give him Tyler Nubbin, the safety out of Minnesota.
All righty. Who the Eagles? The Eagles also signed Paris Campbell today.
Boo! Traitor too.
He sucks, anyways. Number 23, Minnesota. Their second first-round pick of the draft, and they need a center. Might as well get you the best center in the game. Jackson Powers Johnson goes to Minnesota. Cowboys, who haven't signed anyone in free agency.
They still not done anything, huh?
They still haven't done anything. Who are they going to get in this one?
So here's where the Cowboys, I think they're going to try to rebuild that offensive line. I would give them Graham Barton out of Duke.
All righty. Mr. Barton, picked ahead of Mims and Latham. Barton is tough, 21 years old. He's a tough guy, well-moving lineman, has strong hands. His best position is at center, apparently, but hey.
Hey, you never know. Run him out there and see what happens.
Hey, Dallas needs a center too anyway, so if he doesn't work out at tackle, you put him at center. And they just the Commanders signed Bizadaz from Dallas anyways in free agency.
Really?
So they need a center. Dallas does. 25, O-line, D-line, and safety. Well, I was going to say they need a wide receiver, but they do not. Let's see. I'm going to go with another offensive lineman. This guy, he's a promising prospect, 6'7", 340. But his potential is very high, and I feel like Green Bay could use someone like this to protect Jordan Love. I'm going to go Marius Mims, the man from Georgia. 26, Tampa. Who do you got?
So I think Tampa will be going with Chop Robinson, the edge rusher from Penn State. They need an edge rusher to build that line a little bit. So I think it's a nice little pick for them there. I like it.
He's still there. That's surprising. I didn't know he was still there. All right. 27, Arizona. We know they got a receiver with Marvin Harrison already, so they can address other positions now. You might as well address the corner. Oh, well. Well, they could use another wide receiver, but I feel like it's no. I was gonna go have them choose wide receiver, but I'm gonna go Kool-Aid McKinstry, the corner from
Good pick.
Alabama.
Good pick. I love
Yes,
that.
sir. He's not the elite. He's not a crazy elite athlete, but he's very smart.
Exactly. Yep.
At corner, he can play any scheme. And according to Pro Football Focus, the hometown Alabama kid, he's the type of player you get in the first round. So he goes to the Cardinals at 27. 28, Buffalo. They need a wide receiver, tackle, D-line, linebacker, and a corner. Who do you got?
So Josh Allen chose last year with his arm punting that he likes that plays develop. So for that to happen, he needs to be given as much time as possible. So Buffalo really needs to beef up that O line. So give him Tyler Guyton out of Oklahoma.
Tyler Guyan. There we go. I like it. 29, Lions. They need an edge rusher as well because Aiden Hutchinson cannot do everything on his own. Plus, Romeo Okora retired not too long ago as well. So they will go with Leatu Latu from the edge from UCLA. Goes to Detroit. 3 more picks. Baltimore's on the clock. Who do you got?
So I think Baltimore in this situation is going to try and beef up that O line. So give him the best tackle available, J.C. Latham out of Alabama.
Nice. San Francisco, a team that doesn't have a lot of needs, but hey, according to Pro Football Focus, they need a lineman and a corner. I'm gonna go with Mike Senstrel, the man from Michigan. He's 5'10", 182, so needs to beef up in terms of his weight. But in terms of what he can bring to the table, he's one of the top football players in the draft according to Pro Football Focus, regardless of his position. He will likely start at the slot. Could be on the outside, but considering the Niners, a guy like this is much needed because
definitely
the more depth, the better. Chiefs 32, last pick of the first round.
So they need to give Patrick Mahomes somebody to throw the ball to. Give him Ladd McConley out of Georgia. Give Mahomes his receiver, the pair along with Rashid Rice and Travis Kelce. Let's see what more receivers could do for this dynasty.
All righty.
We have our mock draft.
There we go. First round.
1.1.
1.1 out of maybe a couple that we'll do before April comes around. But yeah, not a lot of surprising picks. We addressed a lot of needs for each team. I mean, our Giants got Odunze. I mean, yeah, I like the McConkey pick to the Chiefs because you already have Rashid Rice. You just signed Marquise Brown. You put McConkey in the slot because Sky Moore and company, and Kadarius Toney still sucks. But other than that, I like it. You're set if you're the Chiefs at wide receiver now. And we will save this and get this out to you guys. Post on social media or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we'll do it. Yeah, we did a mock draft. Woohoo, we got the job done. Let's see. Mr. Kevin Wilson said I said New York. Because we were talking about the screen earlier.
Okay, so he said New York.
Yeah.
Hey, he was close. Kevin, you were closer than we were. New York is right next to Pennsylvania. We're in Missouri in the Midwest. Got corn out there.
I said Illinois. Let's see. Could the Bears have screwed up the field situation any worse? Oh, man.
Probably not. They probably should have given him an offensive-minded head coach and not Matt Eberflus to go with.
Never heard of him,
yeah.
They give him a guy that no one has heard of. Unless
They got a defensive coordinator for a young, very raw quarterback talent.
It's ridiculous, dude. Let's see. Kevin also said, I love Turner to the Seahawks. I think you made that pick.
I think I did.
Turner.
Dallas
Turner, right? Yeah, it was Dallas Turner. Yeah, I think it was you. Oh, boy. Do you prioritize need or best player in the draft?
I think it depends on the position you're in. I think if you are a team like the Niners or a team like if you're a team like the Niners, you're drafting best available player. If you're a team like the Panthers who have so many holes, you're drafting best available player. If you're a team like I'm trying to think. If you're a team like Green Bay, a team like Seattle, a team like the Jets, you're drafting for the best, you're drafting to fill a hole on your roster. You're not just trying to bring in talent.
Yeah, I think for teams, especially when they're they're choosing later in the first round,
Mhm.
they're most likely to choose best player vote because they got to the postseason. They're choosing at 30th
Exactly.
overall or 31st for a reason, like you just mentioned with
Mhm.
San Francisco. They made the Super Bowl for a reason because they're just a talented team all around. So that's when you can go when you have the luxury to go best player available. That's what
Yeah,
you do.
or if you're vice versa, if you're so bad that there's so many holes on the roster, you can draft your best player available because it's just like it fills a hole because we have so many of them.
Exactly. So yeah, I do like our mock draft was pretty good. I like it. We'll do another one down the line before the draft officially begins. But in terms of that, we will leave that alone for now. So appreciate you, Kevin, for the question there. I'll give it a few more minutes, I guess, before we head off. March Madness, anything what we got going on? Our last update, I guess,
So we
before
still
we.
have Michigan State beating up on Mississippi State pretty well. It's 59-45. They don't have time yet. They're just coming out commercial. Creighton has a 2-point lead on Akron, and BYU was down by 8 to Desqui at halftime.
Creighton's a third seed.
Creighton's a third seed. Yep, Creighton is third, and Akron's 14.
I know Creighton was good.
Yeah, Creighton's pretty good. They're in the Big East. Big East got screwed over this year, but they had some pretty good schools: UConn, Marquette, and Creighton.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Other than that, I think we covered everything that we wanted to. We had the mock draft. Do we talk
Yeah,
about
I
some
mean, like you do some
baseball?
Giants news. They cleared $7.5 million in cap space by moving Dexter Lawrence's contract, his salary to a signing bonus. Expect Sam and Andrew
Yeah.
Thomas to create another $7 or so million. And it's probably more for a draft class, but I heard the Giants might pick up a corner. So something to keep an eye on. Giants are interested in the secondary market.
Okay. Let's see. Wait, corner. Oh, so in terms of signing a corner.
Yes, yeah. So the Clear
Oh.
Space has signed their draft class, and they're probably going to look to bring in a cornerback to pair with Banks.
Dory Jackson, come home.
I mean, yeah.
Paris Campbell, yeah, screw you. According to B. Kubena of Twitter or X, he said that he logged the majority of his snaps last year in the slot, obviously.
Yeah.
Also where he lined up when
Because
he.
what else is he going to do? He's a speedster.
Like, oh, he put him on the outside. No, he don't. He's not built for the outside.
Yeah.
I mean, he's gonna be with AJ Brown now, Devontae Smith, Devontae Parker. He'll have a quarterback now, and Jalen Hurts. Yeah, sure, whatever.
Sure.
Matt
Cool.
Matt Pert is going to Denver, so have
See ya.
fun over there. No, we're
We'll
not
miss
gonna
you.
miss you. No, we don't. We will not.
Won't at all. I hated him. Every day I hated him.
He was so.
He was
Never
so.
mind.
I remember when the Giants drafted him, they were hyping him up like this is going to be a guy who's going to develop into the right tackle. And you know what he never did? Develop into a right tackle. he sucked.
He's from
Continuously
UConn. He's gonna shock the world. No, he doesn't.
That's what everyone was. I'm like, guys, he's from UConn. Let's all calm down here. Guys, I live in Connecticut. I've seen UConn football. Not great. Not. I don't want players from there.
And then Saquon Barkley's daughter roasted the Giants in a way, saying,
I mean,
"Does that? It's a kid, man, but
it's a
it's
kid, man.
like."
But like, come on. You don't say it. Just like be like, oh, that's a funny moment. We're gonna keep that private.
Yeah, that's actually Saquon's fault. So I don't know.
I blame his daughter. I blame Saquon for letting it out into the open.
Yeah.
Now you're just stoking the fuel to the fire of the Giants fan hatred for you, and now you brought your daughter into it. Bad father, Saquon. Bad father.
Part of me knows I'm not gonna get it, but another part of me feels like I'm gonna impulse buy a Saquon jersey from Philly, even though it's nasty. No, because that means I'm gonna be a Giants fan.
I'm not. I don't want to overreact, but if you buy a Saquon Eagles jersey, I will leave this show.
Oh, gosh, that is very scary, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna just I don't know, just on the safe side and not get. Yeah, it's just I love Saquon, but maybe my love for him isn't that deep.
Nope.
It's not like it's
I hate
not
him.
the end of the world where it's like, oh my god, my diehard. No, it's Devin Singletary.
I like the Giants before Saquon. I like the Giants well after Saquon.
That is true. Honestly, to solve our issues, just win. Just win,
simple, yeah.
man. I don't care if it's Singletary, Eric Gray, Blake Corum, Audric Estime. I don't care if you
Wrong guy in the
pull.
parking lot.
Yeah, I don't care if you pull Brandon Jacobs from retirement. Just win some games, man. Run the
You
ball.
pull the 25-year-old who's had a 30 pack before 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Just win the game.
That guy's gonna do great. If you're winning the game, I don't care how many beers he has.
Hey, as long as you don't get negative yards in your first 5 carries,
As long as you can find
we good.
Run semi straight, you're good.
You're good, yeah. So, but in all seriousness, the Giants do need to. They better draft a running back. I don't care if it's.
I'd be stunned if we didn't have some running back at some point. But
because dang well you don't. They signed him, but you cannot trust.
If there, I'd be shocked if there's not. Maybe not even like a draft running back, but like if there's not another running back brought in, I'd be shocked.
Exactly.
I'd rather draft, but like if we sign a veteran, like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't.
You sign a veteran and just kind of hope Eric Gray develops into what you think he can be.
5th round pick.
Yeah.
Hey, what's his name? Pacheco was a 7th round pick.
7th round pick, yeah. Draft picks round means nothing for running backs. It's just
at all.
It's just
that's situation. The one position that means nothing.
It's situation with running backs. It's where are you gonna fit?
That's like the one position that does not.
Yeah,
does not matter.
It's literally the outlier.
Exactly. Alrighty. Well, for you guys, we appreciate you guys watching and listening to. We still got 22 people, and that's a record. Twitter, you're a lifesaver. Other than that, I'm. What's it called? What else I want to say? Oh yeah. So we hope you guys do well in your brackets. We will likely see you guys next week. So we will. What's it called? The first round should end by next week.
First round will be done by Monday. Yep. So we'll know the Sweet 16.
Thursday, Friday. We got 3 days. All right then. Well, in that case, we hope you guys do well in your brackets. If
Enjoy
you didn't do a
12
bracket,
hours of basketball for 4
all day,
days.
right? No breaks
all day,
today.
From noon to midnight. There will be basketball.
Yes, I'm turning that TV right now and see what's going on. I'm gonna follow whatever game came.
There's 4 games on right now. I got them all on.
Beautiful. You don't have any other classes today?
I'm not paying attention to them.
No. Put the AirPods in and don't hold back.
If I had to skip, I would skip.
Hey, just like the rest of us. But yeah, we hope you guys enjoy the games tonight or today, tomorrow, and Saturday and Sunday. We hope your school, your favorite school or the school you go to, makes it to the next round. And other than that, we don't got much for you. We covered football. We covered some baseball today. And next week, we'll see who makes it out of the first round of the tournament while also discussing opening day, which is just around the corner. Man, the smell of hot dogs and burgers fill the air while you hear people saying beer. Not that I drink, but beer.
Right, yeah.
And we see the A's lose 13-0. All right.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for watching and listening to the Backup podcast. I'm Nate. That was Brian. We hope you guys have a great one. And remember in life, there's nothing wrong with being the starter. There's nothing wrong with being the backup. Just don't ever, as my Ring doorbell just went off, just don't ever
Perfect timing.
be the backup. Yeah, I know. Perfect timing. Just don't ever be the backup to the backup. Like me. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.